You think she pulled away because she lost interest? You're wrong. Distance is never absence. It is silent assessment. It is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet far more powerful than confrontation or explanation. Every glance you thought meaningless was a measure. Every pause you mistook for silence was a test. Every flicker of her eyes, every tilt of her head, every imperceptible shift of posture, all of it is observed, cataloged, and interpreted. By the time you realize she pulled back, the blueprint of your behavior has already been completed. You were not ignored. You were studied. Every subtle emotional cue you sent was noted, weighed, analyzed. Your impatience, your attempts to justify yourself, your anticipation and micro-anxieties, all revealed far more than words could. Most men never understand this. They believe attraction is desire. Women know attraction is observation. Observation notices patterns invisible to desire. Observation maps hesitation, subtle anxiety, the energy you fail to perceive in yourself. While you chase, explain, or beg for clarity, she sits silently, cataloging every detail. She does not need words. Your reactions tell the story louder than any speech. She tests boundaries. She measures patience. She observes restraint. And you fail to notice the map you leave behind. What you interpret as rejection, she records as feedback. What you see as indifference, she recognizes as calculated attention. What you believe is chance, she interprets as consequence. Men panic. They over-explain. They rush. They reveal their structure without realizing it. They surrender control, hand over power through impulsive reaction. Power is not taken. It is silently acknowledged. Those who understand this do not chase. They wait. They observe. They respond with awareness, not reaction. Silence carries authority. Indifference resonates deeper than attention. Observation, subtle, patient, unspoken, dominates where words cannot reach. By the time most men notice, the game has shifted irreversibly. You feel powerless. You feel desperate. You search for validation in the wrong places, misread signals, misinterpret patterns. And that is exactly what she wants. To reveal your architecture before you understand it. Breaking these patterns does not come from action or explanation. It comes from understanding yourself first, observing your reactions, impulses, habits, and emotional loops that unconsciously dictate your behavior. Awareness interrupts repetition. Silence interrupts chaos. Observation interrupts desire. Imagine standing in a room where every detail of you is noticed. Gestures, hesitations, micro-expressions, tone, posture, gaze, all mapped before you even speak. This is the reality she navigates silently, efficiently, flawlessly. Most men stumble through it blindfolded. Those who notice, who wait, who remain unshakable, they hold advantage. They do not need to speak. They do not chase. They simply let presence, calm awareness, and self-control signal authority. By the time you perceive attention, absence, a lingering glance, the blueprint is complete. Most men are too late to rewrite it. Understanding her is not power. Understanding yourself is. Your impulses, habits, invisible emotional chains, these are instruments of control. Master them, and the chaos outside becomes irrelevant. Silence becomes authority. Observation becomes leverage. And the rare few who maintain these truths silently, without aggression, wield a power most will never comprehend. And here is the final truth that crushes most men. It is not attraction that controls the dynamic. It is comprehension. And comprehension is seductive. The moment you internalize this, the external chaos no longer dictates your state. The subtle shifts, the unnoticed pauses, the invisible judgments, they become irrelevant. You become the observer of the game, not a player at its mercy. And that is the essence of invisible dominance, the silent command that most men will never see coming. Now that you've seen the mirror she holds up to you, the real challenge begins. What will you do with this reflection? The truth that almost no man comprehends is simple yet devastating. The game does not change because of her actions. It changes only because you do. You cannot manipulate her attention. You cannot force desire. You can only master the reflection of yourself. Every pause you thought innocent, every moment you misread, every glance you assumed meaningless, she observed it all. She measured your patience, your consistency, the subtle ways you sought validation without noticing. And each time you reacted unconsciously, you revealed more than you ever intended. Power is not confrontation. It is not charm. It is not persuasion. Power is consistency. Power is presence. Power is silent mastery of your own internal state. The few who achieve this level do not argue, do not chase, do not justify. They let space and silence demonstrate strength. They let observation illuminate patterns that most men are blind to. Most men are predictable. They panic under uncertainty. They over-explain. They give away control without even realizing it. And she notices every single imperfection, every flicker of insecurity, every micro-reaction is cataloged, interpreted, and stored. Your desire does not command her attention. Your effort does not impress. Your anxious attempts to control the narrative only reveal the chaos inside. The rare few act with precision, moving silently, observing first, reacting only when strategically advantageous. They understand themselves before attempting to understand her. They are aware of the emotional loops they unconsciously repeat. They control impulses that betray most men. They transform internal mastery into external authority. When your inner state is unwavering, external events, her silence, her distance, her gaze, lose all power over you. You become the calm center of the interaction, and suddenly the dynamics shift. No words are required, no pleading is necessary, no desperate actions are observed. Your presence alone dictates the rhythm of the interaction. By the time you perceive her attention, absence, a glance that lingers, or the subtle weight of her observation, the map has been completed silently. Most men arrive too late to rewrite it. True comprehension is the rarest form of seduction. It is invisible, it is unspoken, it is patience, awareness, and mastery combined. Those who grasp this do not need validation, they do not seek approval, they do not explain themselves, they are unshakable, they are aware, they command their own minds, and through that internal command, they project an authority impossible to ignore. She feels it, even without a word, even without obvious action. She feels your calm, your control, your quiet dominance. And suddenly, attraction is no longer about beauty, charm, or social performance. It is about comprehension. It is about mastery. It is about power that cannot be taken, only acknowledged. Most men never reach this point. They remain reactive, desperate, predictable. They fail to see patterns, fail to control impulses, fail to internalize the one truth that governs all interactions, themselves. Those rare few who master their inner world alter every external dynamic silently. Their presence alone changes rooms. Their calm alone shifts desire. Their comprehension alone commands attention. And here is the cruel truth. Seduction is never about words. It is not effort. It is not charm. It is awareness, patience, and silent dominance. Internal mastery is the invisible weapon that few recognize. Few are wield, and almost none understand. When you achieve it, the game no longer dictates you. You dictate the game. Every subtle glance she gives, every pause, every micro-expression, all become part of your awareness, not your anxiety. And in this awareness, you convert observation into influence, chaos into control, desire into silent, unshakable dominance. The rare who reach this level become untouchable. Their presence alone commands respect, attention, and desire, and they never have to prove it. Because mastery is silent, because control is invisible, because influence is unspoken. This is the game few understand and the power even fewer can hold.